Hello, 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 hello. It is Foundation Friday, March 1st, 2024, and we have another in our multi-part series on the fantastic foundational book, 2,239 Tested Secrets for Direct Marketing Success, compiled by the great Denny Hatch. And today we have a tip from Denny Hatch, who Denny Hatch called his very first mentor in the business of advertising and marketing, Lou Smith. And Lou Smith said simply, neatness rejects involvement. What does that mean? Well, that was the end of the page. And before I noticed there was a couple of paragraphs on the next page explaining it, I was about to come on and share my own explanation. But here's how Lou Smith explains this. An ad or a mailing or a social media post or an email or anything at all that is neat and precise is uninvolving, uninviting, and not interruptive. The viewer will lose interest quickly and you will lose the sale. Especially on social media, you got to be interrupted. People aren't there to see ads or to hear about your product or service or to buy anything or to click or to go to your website or any of that. They're here to see what their friends and family are having for lunch and where they're going and whose birthday it is and anniversary and celebrate accomplishments and just see what's going on. They're kind of passing the time on a break. They're not there to spend money and do business. You got to interrupt them. Same thing with, anyone listening to the radio, watching TV, reading a magazine, anything at all. They're not there to watch the ads unless it's the Super Bowl, and then people like to watch the ads because those are big companies wasting billions of dollars just to entertain people and get warm and fuzzy feelings. But as small business owners, we can't be playing the long game, the deep pockets, big money, hit or miss, I hope it works, long game of creating warm and fuzzy feelings. We got to sell stuff. We got to get people to take action. So as Lou Smith continues here, advertisers, marketers, business owners must keep their prospects involved and off balance, forcing the eye to shift and move around until finally the message is so compelling that action will be taken now. And that's why neatness is not the way to go. And I shared a story, I don't know. I share it all the time, but I think maybe even yesterday I talked about my 3.5 years as an advertising consultant with the Yellow Pages publisher and how the graphic artists at the Yellow Pages, they would tell me they always hate all of my ads that I put in because they violate all the rules of graphic design. They're not neat. They're not orderly. They're not perfectly centered. In fact, they're purposely off-center, messy, all kinds of multiple different fonts and colors and angles and all kinds of things to keep people off balance because that gets engagement. It interrupts people. It gets engagement. If you've just got a smooth, perfectly looking message, then people can zone out, they can scan it real quick and move on to the next thing they got or go back to their life. But if you make it kind of messy and tough to read and difficult, if they're interested in the subject, they're going to read it despite the difficulty and despite how messy it is. And check out this video. I don't put this my iPhone on a tripod and make it all perfect lighting and perfectly centered and whatever. I mean, it's moving around. Sometimes I even drop the cameos, which I've done every single day since the middle of March 2017. Yes, coming up on 7 years of doing one of these every single day. So people might say, well, by now you'd think you'd be polished and you'd have good lighting and a perfect microphone and it wouldn't be a handheld camera that's all over the place and moving and whatever. But that gets involving, gets people interested, gets people sticking around. If it was just plain, perfectly looking neat, it would reject. And things like that happen too, where the internet just suddenly goes out. Up here in the mountains, we get sketchy internet. And so I got to rejoin it again and pick up. I don't even know where I left off. I'm not going to be doing any editing or any fixing or anything at all. And that's the message from Lou Smith today in the fantastic foundational book, 239 tested secrets for direct marketing success compiled by the great Denny Hatch. That'll do it for Foundation Friday, March 1st, 2024. Did I say 2023 earlier? See, not even editing that out. If I screwed up, I don't even know what year it is. We're already into the third month of the year. What is going on? That'll do it for today. Thanks for being here live or watching on the replay, and I'll be back with you again tomorrow. On Social Media Saturday, a heck of a lot going on in the world of social media. I'll share some money-making tips with you tomorrow.